First came the teleporters. Then the explosion echoed through the stars, shattering the council's grip. Lucas Hayes stood in the middle of the lab, his heart racing. The machines around him hummed softly, wires and glowing panels filling the room with a strange light. He took a deep breath and looked at the small metal cube floating above the platform. It was their first successful teleportation test. "Are you ready?" Ethan Morgan asked from the control console. His fingers hovered over the switches. Ethan had worked for years with Lucas to build this technology. He was tall and lean, with a calm voice that could cut through tension. "I've never been more ready," Lucas said. He adjusted his glasses and stared at the cube. He knew that if this worked, it could change everything. Humans would finally have something that could make them strong in the galaxy. Ethan nodded and pressed a button. The cube shivered for a moment, and then it disappeared. The team gasped. The cube had moved from the platform to a receiving pad in another room. The teleportation had worked. Lucas smiled, feeling a wave of excitement. It worked. We did it. Olivia Bennett entered the lab, her face serious. She was a government official who had been watching the project closely. She had short brown hair and sharp eyes. She looked at the floating lights and then at Lucas and Ethan. "This is incredible," she said. "You realize what this means, don't you?" Lucas nodded. "Yes, we can move anything, anywhere, almost instantly. Supplies, equipment, people, even weapons if we need them." Olivia frowned. "Weapons?" Lucas looked at her. "Not yet, but we need to be ready. The Galactic Council doesn't see us as a threat. But if we are not careful, one day they might." Olivia's eyes widened. "The Council?" "They controlled the stars," Ethan explained. "They see themselves as the rulers of everything beyond our planet. And they think humans are weak. If they think we are weak, that is our advantage. But we have to be smart. We cannot let them know how strong we are until we are ready." Lucas nodded again. "That's why we are keeping this secret. Only a few people know. And for now, we only move small objects. We are testing the technology." The team spent days running tests. They moved boxes, tools, even food from one building to another. Each time, the teleportation was faster and smoother. Lucas noticed something strange. Humans seemed to adapt to teleportation quickly. It was as if their minds could understand the movement between places better than the machines expected. One night, Lucas stayed late in the lab. The building was empty, the lights dim. He looked at the teleportation platform and thought about what they had achieved. Humans had always been slow in space travel. Rockets, ships, and long journeys had kept them weak compared to alien races. But now, with teleportation, they could move faster than any alien fleet. He imagined fleets of ships appearing instantly near enemy planets. He imagined people helping each other across vast distances without waiting days or months. He imagined Earth standing tall in the galaxy. Suddenly, a soft alarm rang. Lucas jumped. Ethan came running in. "What happened?" Lucas pointed at the console. "The energy reading, it's off the charts." Ethan frowned and tapped the screen. "It's coming from the platform. Something is happening." Before they could react, a bright light filled the room. The teleportation cube reappeared, but it was glowing like a star. The room shook and the alarm screamed. Lucas held onto a table to keep from falling. "What is happening?" Olivia shouted, running in. Ethan shook his head. "I don't know. It's never done this before." The light dimmed, and the cube sat on the platform quietly again. Lucas stepped forward slowly. He reached out and touched it. It was warm, almost alive. "This is bigger than we thought," he said quietly. Across the world, the government noticed strange energy readings in Nevada. Satellites picked up the unusual signals, and scientists reported them to officials. Many thought it was just a natural anomaly, but a few, like Clara Jensen, knew it was not normal. Clara was a diplomat and historian. She studied alien civilizations and their records. She knew that any sudden burst of energy from Earth could attract attention from the Galactic Council. He picked up the phone and called Olivia. "Olivia," Clara said, her voice tense, "you need to be careful. The Council will notice. Humans are still small and weak in their eyes. If they see sudden progress, they might act against us." Olivia nodded. "We are aware. We are only testing small objects. No one outside this lab knows. We won't show anything yet." Clara sighed. "I hope that is enough. The Council can be unpredictable." Meanwhile, in space, a Council monitoring station picked up the signals from Earth. Aliens with long limbs and blue skin watched blinking screens. They whispered among themselves. "They're doing something," one said. "Yes," another replied. "But it is primitive. Nothing to worry about." The leader, tall with silver eyes, frowned. "Keep monitoring. We will not interfere yet. Humans are small. They cannot threaten us." They did not notice that humans were learning faster than expected. Earth was quiet, and that made them dangerous. Back in Nevada, Lucas and Ethan met in the lab after everyone else had left. "We need to plan carefully," Ethan said. "Teleporting small objects is one thing. Moving people is another. And moving large ships, that will be different." Lucas nodded. "I know. But imagine it, Ethan. Ships appearing instantly near Council patrols. Supplies moving across continents in seconds. Humanity can finally defend itself. Not tomorrow, not next year. Today we start." Ethan smiled. "You sound like a general." "I am not a general," Lucas said. "But I want humans to survive. And if we survive, we can show the galaxy that we are not weak." They worked late into the night, drawing blueprints, testing calculations, and imagining possibilities. They named the project Starbridge because it would bridge Earth to the stars. Weeks passed. Lucas, Ethan, and the team managed to teleport larger objects. Trucks, crates, and even small buildings were moved without errors. News spread secretly among government officials. Olivia made sure only trusted people knew. "Once we are ready," Olivia said, "we can move anything. But we must not show it yet. The Council must not suspect our strength." Lucas looked at the night sky. The stars were bright, shining like tiny diamonds. He felt a strange connection to them. Humans had always looked up and felt small. Now they had a chance to reach out and claim a place among them. Mia Thompson, a young pilot, came to the lab to observe the teleportation tests. She had short black hair and a curious smile. "This is amazing," she said. "I've flown ships all my life, but nothing like this. You can take people anywhere in seconds?" "Yes," Lucas said. "We are still testing. But soon, yes." Mia's eyes widened. "Think of the possibilities. Battles, exploration, rescue missions. Humans can finally compete with the aliens." Lucas nodded. "That is the goal. We have been underestimated for too long. Now it is our turn." In a hidden conference room, Clara Jensen and Olivia Bennett discussed strategy. "We must control the teleporters," Clara said. "If the Council finds out, they might attack first." Olivia nodded. We will. Lucas and his team are careful. We only show what is necessary. The rest stays hidden until we are ready to act. Clara sighed. We have waited too long for humans to be noticed. This is our chance. But we have to be smart. The first part of the story ends with the team standing around the teleportation platform. The cube floated in the center, glowing softly. Lucas, Ethan, Mia, and Olivia looked at it, realizing that this small machine could change everything. The stars outside the window seemed brighter than ever. Earth was no longer weak. Humans were beginning to reach out to the galaxy, quietly, but with a power that would one day shake the stars themselves. And somewhere far away in the Council's chambers, alien leaders continued to underestimate Earth. They did not know that the first step had been taken. They did not know that soon the sound of an explosion would echo through the stars, shattering their control forever. The Galactic Council gathered in their tall, shining chamber on the planet Andros. Aliens of many shapes and colors filled the room. Some had scales, some had feathers, and some had smooth, shiny skin. They spoke in a language of sounds and lights. The leader, a silver-eyed alien named Varnus, looked around the room. Earth continues to send strange signals. Energy bursts are appearing in their system, he said. His voice was calm but carried authority. What do we know of this? An alien advisor, long and thin, clicked his claws nervously. It is minor. They experiment with primitive technology. Nothing to worry about, Supreme Varnus. Varnus frowned. Are you sure? Humans have always been slow, but these readings, unusual. They are small, weak. Their power is nothing compared to us, the advisor replied. Varnus leaned back. Monitor them. Do not interfere. For now. Unseen by the Council, Earth was preparing quietly. Lucas Hayes and his team had grown more confident. They had moved small vehicles, supplies, and even small building sections with teleportation. Every experiment made them bolder. Ethan Morgan worked on a larger teleportation platform. If we can move one small truck, we can move 10, he said. He sketched diagrams with rapid movements. Soon, we can teleport whole squads of soldiers or ships. We must be careful. We are stronger than anyone expects, but the Council will notice if we are careless. Mia Thompson, the pilot, laughed as she looked at the screen. Stronger? We are more than strong. We are fast. We can be anywhere in seconds. They cannot stop us if we plan correctly. Olivia Bennett, always serious, reminded them. We need to be smart. Strength without strategy is useless. Remember what Clara said. Humans are unpredictable, but so are the Council. If we make mistakes, it could cost lives. Lucas nodded. We will make no mistakes. Every test is another step forward. Meanwhile, Clara Jensen studied reports from satellites and telescopes. They are learning fast, she told Olivia over the secure line. Energy bursts are increasing, but they are careful. They are testing, not fighting. That is good, but it will not stay secret forever. Olivia frowned. We need to accelerate our work. The faster humans master teleportation, the safer we are. If the Council thinks humans are weak, we have an advantage. If they see our power before we are ready, it could be disastrous. Exactly. Humans are clever and resourceful, but the Council is patient. They will not underestimate us forever. We must act before that happens. Back in the lab, Lucas, Ethan, and Mia were testing a new project. They were working on teleporting people. Small objects had been easy, but living beings were more complicated. The energy requirements were higher. and the risks greater. Mia was the first volunteer. "I trust you guys," she said. "Let's do it." Lucas adjusted the console. "We are ready. You will disappear from this room and appear in the next chamber. It is only 20 meters. Nothing dangerous." Mia nodded, stepping onto the platform. Her hands clenched the rail. Lucas pressed the button. A soft hum filled the room. Mia's body shimmered. For a moment, she looked like light itself. And then she vanished. The team held their breath. Seconds passed. Then a small chime sounded. Mia appeared in the next chamber, unharmed. She laughed. "I did it. It was like flying through a tunnel of light." Ethan smiled. "Perfect. That is our first human teleportation. One step closer to our fleet." Lucas clapped. "Good job, Mia. We must keep improving. We need to move faster, further, and more people at once. Soon, humans will be able to reach any planet in the system in seconds." In space, the council continued their meeting. Varnus leaned toward his advisor. "Are we certain this is not dangerous?" "Dangerous? No. Humans are small. Even with these bursts, they cannot reach our fleets. Their ships are slow. Their minds are limited." "Ah, nothing to fear," the advisor replied. Varnus looked at the stars outside the chamber window. "Perhaps, but I do not like surprises. Keep watching. Monitor every human world. Any unusual movement, and we strike first." The council underestimated humans. They did not realize that humans learned faster than expected. Every day, Earth became more powerful, more clever, and more ready. Back on Earth, the team prepared for the first test of teleporting multiple people. Lucas and Ethan designed a large chamber capable of moving 4 humans at once. Mia, Olivia, Lucas, and Ethan would be the first group. The team worked late into the night. The hum of machines filled the lab. Lights flickered softly across the walls. Anxiety mixed with excitement. "This is it," Lucas said. "If this works, humans can teleport entire squads. We can send soldiers or explorers instantly. We can supply entire colonies in a heartbeat. The galaxy will see a new human power." Mia laughed. "I'm ready. Let's make history." The group stepped onto the platform. Lucas pressed the button. A bright light surrounded them. For a moment, they were weightless, suspended in the glow. Then they vanished. Seconds later, they appeared in the test chamber across the lab. Everyone cheered. It worked perfectly. Humans had taken another step forward. As humans advanced, the council's monitors picked up more energy bursts. Varnus frowned. "They continue to experiment," he said. "But they are still primitive. Nothing to worry about. Continue surveillance." But the energy bursts were not just experiments. They were training. Humans were learning teleportation patterns, calculating distances, and building plans for moving ships. Clara Jensen warned again. "They are faster than you think. Every test is a lesson. Soon, humans will be ready to use this for real power." Varnus waved his hand. "We will see. They cannot threaten us now. Let them play. When the time comes, we will crush them." On Earth, Lucas and his team began planning something bigger. They wanted to teleport small ships. These ships were fast and light. Teleporting them would be more difficult, but it was possible. "We need to start with small fighters," Ethan said. "Then larger ships. Eventually, we can move fleets instantly. Supply them, fight with them. Humans will be unstoppable." Lucas nodded. "We will need pilots, people who can handle sudden jumps. We will train them. I volunteer. I've flown hundreds of ships.
I can handle it.
We will need more like you. Volunteers who are brave, smart, and fast. Humans have these qualities. That is why we will succeed. And, but Lucas looked at the sky. The stars are no longer far. Humans will reach them, and one day the Council will regret underestimating us. The first small ships were ready. Lucas, Ethan, and Mia tested teleporting them across the lab. They moved just a few meters at first. Then across the city, the ships reappeared perfectly, without damage. "This is incredible," Mia said. "We can move supplies, people, everything. The Council cannot stop us." Lucas nodded. "We are still careful. We need more tests before we act openly. But soon, humans will have a fleet that can strike anywhere in the galaxy." Meanwhile, Clara Jensen continued to warn officials. "The Council is watching, but they are arrogant. Humans must act carefully. Every test teaches us something. Every small step brings us closer to safety and power." Olivia agreed. "We are not ready to fight yet. But when we are, the Council will learn what humans are capable of, and they will be shocked." Days turned into weeks. The teleportation fleet grew. Humans practiced moving supplies, people, and ships. Every experiment was faster and more precise. Humans adapted to the technology better than machines had predicted. Lucas, Ethan, and Mia became leaders in this new project. They trained volunteers, prepared plans, and calculated risks. Every day, they imagined Earth standing tall among the stars, and the Council remained unaware of the true danger. They continued to underestimate humans, believing they were weak and slow. But humans were learning. Humans were preparing. And humans were about to show the galaxy that underestimation was a grave mistake. The stars stretched endlessly above the Earth, silent witnesses to the secret preparations happening below. Lucas Hayes stood in the command center, staring at the screens that showed the fleet of teleport-enabled ships. Each ship was small but fast, equipped with teleportation modules capable of moving instantly across vast distances. "This is it," Lucas said quietly. "Everything we have worked for, every test, every calculation, it all comes down to this." Ethan Morgan, always calm, nodded. "We have trained the pilots. We have tested the ships. Now we just need to act. The Council thinks we are weak. That is our advantage." Mia Thompson stepped forward. Her short black hair fell over her eyes. "I'll lead the first wave," she said. "Logan Price will be my navigator. We've trained for this. We can do it." Lucas looked at her. "Remember, this is not just a test. This is the first strike. The Council does not expect humans to attack. We need to hit their command structures and communication systems. Chaos will be our weapon." Mia nodded. "Understood." The fleet moved into position above the Andros system. The Council stations were massive, glowing structures that seemed untouchable. But the humans had a secret. With teleportation, their ships could appear anywhere, instantly. "Ready for the jump," Mia said into the communicator. Her voice was steady, but inside, adrenaline raced. "Jump in 3, 2, 1. Lucas counted. The ships shimmered with light. In a heartbeat, they vanished from orbit around Earth and appeared directly in the Council's command zone. The sudden arrival shocked the Council delegates. Alarms screamed, lights flashed, and panic spread. Mia's voice was calm. All units, focus on targets. Strike command centers first. In the council chambers, Varnus and his advisors stared at their screens in disbelief. "What is this?" Varnus demanded. "How did they appear here? Humans cannot." "They are teleporting," one advisor stammered. "It is impossible." But it was happening. The human ships struck key command nodes. Explosions rippled through the stations, shattering communication networks. Delegates scrambled for safety, but the humans had already targeted escape routes and defensive shields. Lucas Hayes watched the feed from Earth. "They won't see it coming. Keep going. Focus on the command centers. Then move to defense satellites." Ethan's fingers flew over the controls. All ships reporting. "Damage is severe. Council response is chaotic. They can't organize." Mia and Logan guided the ships expertly. They moved from one target to another, teleporting past defenses, avoiding counterattacks, and striking precisely. The Council's forces tried to respond, but their fleets were too slow. Every human ship disappeared before alien weapons could reach it. "This is incredible," Mia whispered. "It's like we are ghosts." Lucas smiled. "That is exactly what we are." They will not know what hit them until it is too late. Across the council stations, explosions continued, fires spread, and communication channels went silent. Delegates shouted, but no one could coordinate an effective response. Varnus paced in his chambers, his silver eyes wide with panic. "Prepare countermeasures," he shouted. "Do not let them escape." The advisors scrambled, but the humans were already moving. Lucas had predicted the Council's reaction. Human ships teleported past blockades, struck energy cores, and appeared behind defensive lines. Ethan looked at the screen and said calmly, "We have control. Their fleet is scattered. Their command nodes are destroyed. This is working better than we expected." On the ground, Clara Jensen watched reports come in. "They are doing it," she said softly. Humans are attacking, but with precision. They are not reckless. Every move is calculated." Olivia Bennett nodded. "This is why we trained them. The Council underestimated us, and now they are paying the price. But remember, we need to show restraint. We are strong, but we are not invincible." Clara frowned. "Do you think the Council will surrender?" Olivia shook her head. "Not yet, but they will learn. They will respect humans from now on, whether they like it or not." The explosions echoed through space, shaking even distant star systems. Alien fleets tried to regroup, but humans were everywhere. Ships appeared in unexpected locations, struck weak points, and vanished before counterattacks could succeed. Mia shouted into the communicator, "Focus on defense satellites now. They are our last obstacle before full control of this zone." Lucas watched the map. "Good. Once these satellites are down, their forces will be disorganized. We can choose whether to strike further or pull back. This is our choice." Ethan nodded. "We can show them mercy or strength. Either way, humans are no longer weak." Amid the chaos, a small group of council delegates tried to flee to a secure station. Logan Price calculated the fastest path. "Mia, intercept them. Don't let them escape." Mia nodded. The ships shimmered and vanished. They reappeared near the fleeing delegates, cutting off their route. The delegates froze. They could not comprehend how humans had arrived instantly in multiple locations. "This is impossible," one delegate said. "They are everywhere. They are not weak," another added. "They are powerful beyond our understanding." Lucas Hayes watched it all from Earth. A sense of pride filled him. Humans had been underestimated for centuries. Now, with courage, intelligence, and technology, they had shattered the Council's confidence. "We have done it," he whispered. "The Council will never underestimate humans again." Ethan placed a hand on his shoulder. "This is only the beginning. We need to be ready for their retaliation. But for now, they are learning a lesson." Mia returned to Earth orbit after the strike. Her hands shook slightly, but her eyes were bright with excitement. "We did it," she said. "They couldn't stop us. Not one of their ships could match our speed." Olivia nodded. "This is the power of humans. They expect weakness, we give them precision and strategy. That is why we will survive." The Council tried to respond, but their confusion slowed them. Varnis sat silently, his silver eyes scanning the chaos. "Humans are not what we thought," he said quietly. "They are dangerous, and we misjudged them." He looked around at his advisors. "Prepare for full war, but we must understand one thing. They are unpredictable. And fast. Very fast. We cannot take them lightly ever again." On Earth, Lucas gathered the team in the command center. "This is a turning point," he said. "We have shown what humans can do, but the Council will not forget this. We need to prepare for what comes next. We need to grow stronger, faster, and smarter. And we need more pilots like Mia. Humans must be ready for anything." Mia smiled. "I'm ready. We've already proven we can strike anywhere." "Imagine what we can do next." Ethan nodded. "Next, we expand our fleet. More ships, more teleportation modules. We need to cover the galaxy with human presence." Clara Jensen spoke from her communication link. "Remember, this is not just about power. This is about respect. The Council will learn that humans deserve a place among the stars, and if they refuse, we can make them understand." The stars outside the command center seemed brighter than ever. The explosion in the Council's command zone had echoed through the stars, a signal of humanity's power. Humans had struck first and with precision. Lucas looked at the glowing screens, showing ships and destroyed stations. "We have shattered their grip," he said softly. "But this is only the beginning. Humanity is finally awake, and the galaxy will never be the same." The third part ends with humans achieving a stunning victory. Their teleport-enabled ships destroyed key Council command centers, spreading chaos through alien fleets. The Council realizes humans are not weak, and Earth has proven that they can strike anywhere, anytime. The stage is set for the final part, where humanity consolidates its power, negotiates with the Council, and finally earns its place among the stars. The stars were calm over Earth, but the galaxy beyond was far from quiet. The Council's forces were scattered, their command broken, and their fleets reeling from the human strike. On Earth, Lucas Hayes watched reports from orbiting satellites and communication arrays. Humanity had shown strength, but now it was time to think carefully. Olivia Bennett stood next to him in the command center. "They are stunned," she said. "The Council will be cautious for now, but this is temporary. We cannot let them regroup." Lucas nodded. "We have to consolidate. We have power, yes, but we need control and strategy. The galaxy is not ours yet, but we can shape it." Ethan Morgan walked over, holding a tablet filled with teleportation plans. "We can expand our fleet, build more ships with teleportation modules. The supply lines will be instant. Humans will be ready for anything." Mia Thompson entered, smiling. We already know we can strike anywhere. But we need more pilots and crews trained. More people who can handle teleportation in battle. Lucas turned to her. We will train everyone. Volunteers from Earth, skilled and brave. Humanity must be ready for what comes next. Across the galaxy, the Council tried to understand what had happened. Varnus sat quietly in the ruins of his command station. His silver eyes scanned the damage reports again and again. They are stronger than we believed, he said. Not just strong, but clever, fast, and unpredictable. We underestimated them for centuries. An advisor bowed. Supreme Varnus, they attacked without warning and destroyed our stations. They could strike again at any moment. What do we do? Varnus shook his head. We negotiate. For now, we cannot fight them directly. They have power we cannot match. We will meet their terms. But the Council still hoped to regain control. They did not fully understand humanity's potential. They had seen an attack, yes, but not the careful planning, intelligence, and courage behind it. On Earth, Clara Jensen worked on diplomatic channels. We need to show them humans are strong, but also reasonable, she said to Olivia. We do not want unnecessary war. We want respect, fair treatment, and a place among the stars. Olivia nodded. We have proven humans can fight. Now we prove humans can lead. We offer peace, but we are ready for anything. Lucas gathered the team. We send emissaries to the Council. Clara, you lead the negotiations. Show them what humanity is capable of and what we expect. They must know we are no longer a weak planet. The galaxy has changed, and humans are here to stay. The emissaries, led by Clara, arrived at a neutral space station. The Council's delegates waited, still shaken from the attack. Clara stepped forward confidently. You have seen what humans can do. You have witnessed our technology, our courage, and our skill. We are not here to destroy you further. We are here to claim our place in the galaxy. Varnus watched her carefully. Your people are strong, he admitted. Stronger than we expected. Why should we allow you a place among us? Clara spoke calmly. Because humans are intelligent, resourceful, and resilient. We survive where others fail. We will fight if necessary, but we prefer diplomacy. Respect us, and we can cooperate. Refuse, and you risk your systems being next. There was silence. The Council delegates whispered among themselves. For the first time, they realized humans were not weak, not primitive, and not predictable. Back on Earth, Lucas watched the negotiations from the command center. This is what we have worked for, he said. Power, yes, but also respect. The galaxy will know humans are not to be ignored. Ethan smiled. We have proven our strength. Now we prove our wisdom. Humans can lead, not just fight. Mia added, and if they challenge us again, we will be ready. Faster than they expect, smarter than they imagine. Joe sighed. Lucas looked at the stars. Humans have always reached for the impossible. Now we reach for the stars themselves, and we will not stop until we have our place among them. The Council slowly agreed to negotiations. Human representatives worked to establish trade, communication, and travel agreements. The galaxy began to recognize Earth as a power to be reckoned with. The Council had no choice but to accept that humans were clever, determined, and unstoppable when united. Humans also showed restraint. They could have struck further, taken more territory, or destroyed more fleets. But they chose to demonstrate strength without cruelty. This earned respect across the galaxy. even from those who had once mocked Earth. Lucas, Ethan, and Mia continued their work, training more pilots, building more ships, and preparing for future challenges. Teleportation technology became the backbone of Earth's defense and exploration fleet. Humans could move instantly, supply distant colonies, and respond to threats before they became dangers. One night, Lucas stood on a balcony, looking at the stars. The galaxy seemed different now. Humans had changed it forever. Mia joined him. "Do you think the Council will ever forget this?" she asked. Lucas shook his head. "No, they will remember. They will know humans are not to be underestimated. But it is not just about them. We have a chance to explore, to learn, to lead. The stars belong to those willing to reach for them." Ethan arrived with a data tablet. "Reports from the fleet are excellent. Pilots are ready. Ships are ready. Earth is ready." Clara joined them from a secure line. "The negotiations are proceeding well. The Council sees we are serious, but also reasonable. We have power, but we also have wisdom. Humans are not just survivors. We are leaders." Lucas smiled. "That is exactly what we are, and we will continue to be. The galaxy has changed, and Earth is part of it. We have finally earned our place." The first human teleportation fleet, once a small experimental project, had grown into a powerful force. Supplies, ships, and people could move instantly across vast distances. Human ingenuity, courage, and intelligence had proven stronger than the Council's arrogance. Humans had fought, but they had also shown diplomacy. They had shattered the Council's control, but they had not sought revenge or unnecessary destruction. Instead, they had earned respect. The galaxy, once indifferent to humans, now looked at Earth with a mix of fear, awe, and curiosity. Humans had arrived. Humans had shown they were clever, resourceful, and powerful, and they were only beginning. Lucas stood with his team one final time in the command center. The teleportation platform glowed softly, a symbol of humanity's strength and creativity. "We began with small tests," he said. "We moved boxes, trucks, and people. Then we moved ships. And finally, we showed the galaxy that humans are not weak. We are here. We are ready. And we will continue to grow." Mia nodded. "We proved our strength and our skill, and we did it together. That is what makes humans strong." Ethan smiled. "The Council will never underestimate Earth again. But more importantly, we have proven to ourselves that we can reach the stars and take our place among them." Clara spoke over the link. "This is not the end. This is the beginning. Humans will continue to explore, to fight if necessary, and to lead. The galaxy has opened its doors to us, and we will walk through them with our heads held high." The stars outside the command center were calm, but they seemed brighter than ever. Humanity had changed its fate. From a small, underestimated planet, they had become a power no one could ignore. Lucas looked up at the sky. "The galaxy has learned one lesson," he said softly. "Never underestimate humans. We are clever, we are brave, and we will never stop reaching for the stars." Mia, Ethan, and Olivia joined him in silence. They watched the stars together, knowing that humanity's journey had only just begun. And, somewhere far away, the remnants of the Council whispered among themselves, realizing that the small, quiet planet they had ignored for centuries had become a force beyond their control. Humanity had arrived among the stars, and the galaxy would never be the same.